So today I'm gonna leave one of these random videos kind of talking about something that I was thinking about over the weekend. I know in the past I've made a bunch of videos talking about loving yourself and stuff like that and all the different things it entails. But one thing that just came to my mind over the weekend, I think I saw a couple of YouTube videos, or maybe it was Instagram Reels, I'm not sure, but people talking about, loving yourself and you deserve this or that, and just kind of like hyping yourself up, which is not a bad thing to do. But I think aside from that, something else that we should also be mindful of in terms of loving ourselves is actually doing some self-reflection, some self-assessment, some self-analysis, however you say that. Kind of just going over the things that you've done and said and making sure that they align with your standard that you have for other people. Like, if you feel like you deserve to be treated with respect, are you giving that respect back to other people? Maybe we have some toxic traits that we need to work on. A lot of us have been through some traumatic experiences in our lives, and they've affected us in ways that we might not want to always address. And so sometimes loving yourself isn't just, always just giving yourself some self-affirmations and some positive vibes, but it's also kind of, digging a little deeper and going into some of the things that we might not want to go into, thinking about the things that we need to work on, how we might respond to people, how we might respond to things, our reactions, the words that we say to other people, the words that we say to ourselves. It's like we might have some toxic traits that we need to work on, and I feel like sometimes we don't want to necessarily address those things. It's easy to kind of like make excuses for them, make rationalizations for them, and be like, oh, I'm really like this because of this, or I'm like that because of how I'm raised, or whatever. And we can easily make excuses for things that we need to work on because we don't want to work on them because it takes work, and it's easier just to stay in our old habits and just to do the things that we're used to doing and behave in the same way we've always been behaving. But I feel like part of loving yourself is growth, and sometimes growth isn't always wonderful. It doesn't always feel good. Most of the times it doesn't feel good at all. And so I feel like we need to love ourselves in that way that's a little bit dirtier, that's a little messier, that's not always beautiful. And sometimes we might need to talk to somebody else about it. Maybe we need to see a therapist or a counselor or something like that. Maybe have somebody close in our lives that we're able to talk to. And hopefully we have some friends and family or special people in our lives that are able to let us know, hey man, this is not cool, like I don't like this, and like to kind of like let us know some of the things that we do need to work on. I always hope that for myself. I always hope that the people in my life aren't afraid to let me know if there are things that I need to work on. If in the past I've had that in the past, but I'm thinking about like nowadays, like who do I have in my life that's not afraid to just be blunt with me, be like, bro, this is really messed up. Or sometimes you come off in a certain way or whatever it may be. And so just kind of like I said, self-reflection, self-analysis, self-assessment, making sure that we are upholding our own standards to ourselves and not just putting that on other people, expecting people to treat us in a certain way but not kind of doing the same thing to them as well. So that's kind of just my thought that I had. Just like I said, just making sure that it's a full package of loving ourselves, not just the rainbows and sunshines, but also kind of the messier other things that we might not want to always talk about or even think about. I know I have a lot of those. I've had a lot of those. I'm still working on some of those myself, and there's probably more that I'm not aware of. And so, like I say, hopefully if I have any loved ones that are watching this one and there are some things that they think that I need to improve on, never hesitate to let me know. Obviously it's not fun to hear in the moment, but after some time, I'm able to think about it, journal about it, and then hopefully I'll be able to figure out ways to improve that. So anyways, hopefully that's not too deep, not too much. I know it's a little bit different from my other videos, but I just felt like sharing that for today. So hopefully that was helpful in any way. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.